early in the game guarding the basketball, which continues to be a problem from our point guard spot. PJ, Marcus Stroman, the guy that does the best job. He's not doing a good job of that, and he's been great for us in the past. Sindarius right now is the only consistent on the ball defender we have. Carrera's actually doing a pretty good job. But we got guys out there denying and flying around. And now the guy that has the basketball, he's got no one to pass to, so he puts his head down and drives. Well, we got to be better on the ball because if we keep getting beat off the dribble, now what happens is now we all have to go to our help responsibilities. And another senior team, so, the young man was dribble driving us. We had to help. They pass it to the open man, then he'd run through, go to the other side. They make the next pass, and now we're scrambling, we're rotating, make another pass, we'd rotate, and then they throw it to the last guy, who's the guy that started the problem to start with, and he'd be wide open, and nobody would rotate to him, and then he'd get the shot. So I don't mean to give you a long-winded story there, but that was a problem early in the game. We fixed that, and then outside of that, I really, really thought we defended and played with energy. So, because they're pretty good. I understand that there's popular opinions. Larry's teams always play basketball the right way. They're seniors, they're physical, they guard you, and then offensively they attack you. And so I'm proud of the guys, the way that we came out the second half and played a lot better offensively.
Franco, you knew they were a team that liked to kind of live and die by the three-point shot. They made a few early. Was it easy or tough to tell the guys to just keep doing what you're doing because they're just making shots, not really exploiting bad defense?
Yeah, I mean, their center made a three to start the game. He's made 1 3 all year. He's attempted 3 for the year. Going into the game, he's 1 for 3. First play of the game, he steps out and makes a 3. It's not that he made the shot. What it told me about Limonis' frame of mind going into the game. When Limonis is not sharp, he plays a one-man zone. He just stands in the paint and won't come out and defend. So that told me right off the bat he was probably not going to have a good game, which was what happened. Limonis wasn't very good today. They made a couple hard shots, but my concern early was Limonis playing a one-man zone because then what happens, they throw it to that guy, now people start getting back cut. And then number 2, our on-ball defense to start. We were getting beat off the dribble. And that can't happen. But we, the old guys, Chris, for a young kid, played with unbelievable enthusiasm and energy. So even times where he was totally lost, he just figured out a way to go make a play. He's like a wild buck out there right now. We're trying to harness him, get him to, he takes the ball and not only he bounces it off his head, his knee, his foot, and somehow he ends up with it again. And it's like, dude, that's not how we need to play this. Relax. But when he plays with so much enthusiasm, he makes good things happen.
After Lipscomb, you kind of challenged, particularly in here, that they need to hit the glass a little bit more tonight. Obviously had the rebounding advantage. Did you like their effort in that area tonight? Yeah,
we were a lot. If we hadn't turned it over 20 times in the first half, we would have had more offensive rebounding opportunities. Tulsa game, we had either 4 or 6 offensive rebounds for the game. And then against Lipscomb, we had no enthusiasm, no energy. And, and some people say, well, every once in a while you have a bad game or, I'm sorry. You play 30 games a year out of 365 days. If you can't do your job 30 out of 365, that's not very good. And if I make guys understand that they can take days off and they only have to work 30 days out of 365, then I'm doing them a disservice as their basketball coach. We didn't play with any energy against Lipscomb. That doesn't take away from Lipscomb. They came in here to attack us. We figured out a way to get through that. We grew up. The maturity of our team continues to be our biggest asset right now. We accept coaching. We accept what we're told. Go out and do it a little better the next day. And hopefully that's a trend that continues.
Frank, your three-point shooting really opened up in the second half. Was that something that you told them to do at halftime or just how the game developed?
We just didn't turn it over, Dave. I don't mean to be boring. We just didn't turn it over. We actually passed it to the guy that had the same color jersey as us, and we made a next pass, and we caught it. And, Sindarius made a couple. Michael made some. Dwayne made one. You know, so we went through a stretch there where we made some shots because we didn't turn it over. We got shots. We actually, you know, Mendogas got on that offensive glass. Chris got on the offensive glass, got us extra possessions, and that's a big part of what we try to do.
He said when he was in here that, you know, wasn't that big of a deal to him. But from your vantage point, how nice was it to see Minda get honored with SEC Player of the Week and come out here and have a great game?
Yeah, he's awesome. I told him on the bench at the end of the game, I said, Minda, you come out here every single day. You don't take a play off. You go head-to-head against every 260-pound guy that's lined up for the other team for 4 years. Why will you not take a charge on a 5'9", 150-pound kid? I don't comprehend that. Stand in there and take a charge one time. I'm telling you, you're going to feel good about it. And but he's such an awesome person. You know, when he was a freshman, he wasn't ready for SEC basketball, and we really didn't have much help for him to teach him. But who he is as a human being, those guys, Brian Steele, Mendogas, Mike, and Limones, who they are as people, their personalities, it's the foundation of the program that we're trying to build. The character that they have, the way they approach their job every day, the way they approach academics, the community, who they are, how much they care about our team, their personality is the character, is the backbone of our program right now. And we got to make sure that we keep building based on those values that they have.
Frank, you've spoken numerous times about how the lower stability work has helped Limones over the summer, has helped Limones. What about Mindy? I mean, what has been the key to his production this season?
Well, he's worked real hard at becoming a better perimeter player. And he's in that gym. He cares so much. He just goes into the gym. The young man goes into class and practices basketball. It's the only two things he does. And he wants to be a great student, and he wants to be a great player. And for whatever reason, he presses too much internally, meaning that if he misses a shot, it just makes him worry too much. Well, he's starting to play a little freer, where at the end of the first half, you know, we're up 14 with the ball, and all of a sudden we're up 6, you know, in a matter of a minute and a half. Just embarrassing offensive basketball. Well, we ran that play for him at the end of the half, and you know, and he jumped up and made a shot when we needed one. And then he comes out and makes the other 3. You don't see him trying to take on size at the basket anymore. That's something he used to do. He's still, if he's got an angle, he's got a seal against a small. And we got better guards, too. Our guards are better, so it makes his job a little easier. So when there's a smaller player on him, if he's posting and he's got the angle, we make the pass. He's learned to do that. But what he's doing more is he's playing on the perimeter. I think you're seeing him play facing up and driving the basketball a lot more than he ever has. And I hope it's something that continues because I know how hard he's worked at becoming better. And by the way, Brian, I'm ecstatic that he was Big 12 player of the Big 12, SEC player of the week. Ecstatic. I was talking about the Big 12 a little while ago. That's why I got tongue-tied there. Scott! Yes. I didn't see you over there. Jeez, I'm looking at everyone over here.